All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the stream, Short Stuff, Felipe, and Neozoid. Great to see you all again. And we're going to continue day 2 of making a vertical slice, which essentially is just a full-ish feeling version of the game to give me and also potential players a good idea of what the final game is going to look and feel like. So, continuing that today, I'm going to try to do some sound effects stuff today, if possible, if I can get OBS to, or the audio levels right, so it's not too loud and busting out your eardrums. So yeah, there's a couple of things I've already done this morning. First of all, updated the stream layout. How cool is that? And yeah, so we're just going to be working on sound effects. We're going to be polishing up the UI some more, and yeah, just making things look good, tying up some loose ends, all that good stuff. So kind of an odds and ends day, but let's do it. So there's a couple of things that I need to do right off the bat. So first of all, I worked on this ingot some more last night after the stream ended, and I ended up taking the banner idea from one of the viewers, Clankfish, I believe. And I made this banner go across the ingot like that, but then I also wrote a shader that makes it look wavy. And so it actually kind of looks really cool in the game. So if I go to my passive selection screen new here, first of all, you might hear the sound effect. So let's see if you can hear this. So we've got some sound effects there. And then got the banners waving here. Now the plan is to make the wave less noticeable when you're not, for the ones that aren't selected. But that's kind of what I've done. So it gives it a little bit of movement, gives it a little bit of color, and I think it looks pretty good. And the text animates with it, so it looks like the text is on the banner. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And then I can click these, and those get added to my player. So I've actually I was just working on the audio, so I don't know if you heard that audio or not. We'll have to probably change the stream configuration up a little bit so you guys can hear it, but I've got this random audio stream player that I've been working on as part of my Godot add-ons library. And the previous way that I was doing random audio stream, so first of all, the random audio stream player is basically just a node that allows me to play a random sound from a given list and also randomize the pitch and also play a number of random sounds at the same time. So I could say, hey, here's a list of 10 sounds. I want you to play 3 of them all at the same time, any random 3. And so that's kind of what the node does. So it's really good for just getting a bunch of variety in your sound effects. But I didn't like how previously this random audio stream player, it was actually creating children for every single sound. And that made configuring it a little bit of a hassle. So I've started writing this new random audio stream player. And what this does instead is this has a list of streams that I want to be able to play. And when I call play random, it actually duplicates itself, so this extends from audio stream player. It duplicates itself and then changes the stream to be whatever audio stream I randomly selected. And so now I have this node here, random audio stream player new, which I'll rename later, and I can configure an array of sounds in here, and then I can also configure the default volume and all of these other things. So yeah, so that's basically this. So I have to replace this in a bunch of different places. So I'm going to do that now. Should be fun. You can make the ingots glow red like they're heating up the longer you hover your mouse over it. Could do that, yeah. Yeah, lots of work to do there still. All right, so let's replace all of those random audio stream players. Stream player. So we've got our hit. Oh, that's audio player 2D, 2D, 2D. 2D, 2D. Oh. I'm literally only using the 2D version everywhere, so... Well, that's good. I actually don't have to do a bunch of replacements, so I'm actually going to do that now then. So, this might break, but let's see if it does. So I'm going to remove this. Well, actually, remove the new. Remove the new. Delete the old one. Rename this to Random Audio Stream Player. Okay. Remove the new from that. Random Audio Stream Player. Okay. And let's see if that works. Ah, crashed. Oh, the game has a name. Yes, it does, Tom. Welcome, welcome. What are we doing, Nas? Today we are doing just a bunch of sound effects work, more UI work, odds and ends stuff. Basically anything that I think needs to be done. So I've started adding sounds. I was just telling everyone here. Something's broken here, so I'm gonna get rid of this. Why can't I add this? What's going on? Okay, there's something going on here. Project, plugins, so that's enabled. Oh, yeah, this one needs to go away. Okay. Okay, I don't know why this is still breaking, so I'm just going to restart Godot again. So basically just trying to get UI audio working so that we can make these ingots sound like a forge. Because it sounds it'll be much nicer when it has sounds. But for some reason, I cannot... Okay, can I add this now? Random audio stream player. There we go, okay. So this is how it works. So I'm gonna drag in my boom sound. I think it's this one. Yes. I don't know how well you can hear that. Probably have to play with the setup of OBS here, but we're gonna drag in that stream right there. Set the volume to -5, change this to the SFX bus. And then just to make sure that it's still working, why is the maggot enemy the picture when you load the game? That's just what I chose. It's placeholder. I was just tired of looking at the Godot icon. Hello, Dr. Toucan. I'm good today. How are you? So did that work? I wasn't paying attention. That did not work, most likely because I need to add this call method track back, yeah. Random audio stream player. I'm gonna call play random. Perfect. Still not working. What is going on? So that's okay. So it's calling play random here in the animation player, but I don't know why it's not working. Well, what we could do is we could go in here and we could say print playing and see if that works. It is not working. So there's something wrong here. Perhaps because I'm passing in... Here's what I'm going to do. This is going to be a little bit annoying, but func play random. This is just going to call play random exclude streams. I think it's because I'm not supplying an argument in the animation player, and I don't want to. So because that's going to be annoying to set up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a play random function that can just call that. And it doesn't accept any arguments, so I don't need to worry about passing anything in, and then play times, play random, exclude streams. Okay. Let's see if that works now. So I need to change this animation player. I got to get rid of this track here, or this keyframe rather. So we'll delete that, insert key, play random. All right, is that going to work? Perfect. Yeah, I don't know how well you can hear that, but when we work on the sound some more, we will fix that up. Let's see, what are we working on today? Just odds and ends stuff, sound effects, UI, that kind of stuff. Do you have any video on how did you make the sprites and tile maps in this game? I don't know. No, I just got to learn pixel art and go for it. Okay, so now that that's all set up, let me commit this. So we're going to call this replace random audio stream player in my Godot add-ons. By the way, Godot add-ons, you can go to my GitHub, github.com/firebelly. You'll find the Godot add-ons there, which has a bunch of nice little tools that you can use. MIT licensed, of course. So we'll commit that. And I still have to do the 2D version of that, but that's going to require a little bit more effort, and I don't know if I'm going to do that on a stream, so. Okay. So does anyone want to tell me if you can hear the sound effects? So what I might do is I might just turn off Lo-Fi Girl, and then and then filters, gain. Hold on a second. Let me know if you can hear this audio or if I need to turn it up a little bit. How is that? Too quiet? One person can hear? Bit quiet? Okay, let's do this then. Hopefully I remember to reduce this back down when I turn the music back on. So gain, bear with me here. Okay, now let's try this. How's that? Better? How do I go about learning pixel art? Yeah, just basically what Dr. Toucan said. Look up pixel art tutorials on YouTube. That's great. Okay, cool. Look up pixel art tutorials on YouTube. Use a limited color palette, and and practice. It's it's kind of that. It's like that simple and that difficult all at the same time, right? It's like do the work, but that's hard. Okay, so let's work on some sound effects. So I've got these other sound effects that I downloaded from Artlist, and Godot is going to keep crashing today, so that's good. So I've got these other sound effects, which are metal sound effects here. We're going to go ahead and use them. So assets, audio. I think I can just search boom here. Why is this crashing? I can't open an audio file without Godot crashing. How am I supposed to preview my audio files? Oh, that's so weird. Well, that's another hurdle here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Let's figure this out. Can I play that in here? Okay, so that works. Okay, it's fixed somehow. So I like this sound for selecting it. It is a bit long, so I might need to trim that down. It's 8 seconds, but we'll go ahead and use that. So we've got this play collect method. What we're going to want to do is create, so this is going to be, let's call this the impact random audio stream player. Long names, long names, long names. Random audio stream player. We're going to call this collect audio stream player. We're going to take this boom library, drop it into my array right there, randomize the pitch, turn down the volume, go to the SFX bus, and then we're going to need to grab a reference to that. So let's go ahead and do that. It's very quiet without the music. So random, or I think it's called collect random audio stream player. And then with C#, when you're interacting with GD script items like plugins and whatnot, what you have to do is you have to go to your audio stream player, or collect audio stream player, that reference that we just grabbed. You have to call and then play random, or whatever the name of your method is. And so now we can go in and check it out. What canvas size you used in your pixel art? 32 by 32? Yes. 32 by 32. Where I get the sound effects, I have a subscription to artlist.io. And so this is where I download the sound effects. Also, there's a couple of GDC audio bundles you can download that are it's like 100 gigs total, so you can download those as well. Collect random audio stream player. Random. That's cool. All right, that sounded really good. Cool. We probably don't need, I don't think I want to randomize the pitch on that at all, because it's not going to be happening very often, so. Perfect. That looks really good. All right, let's see how it sounds in game. There's a bunch of other sounds that are work in progress too. So I'm going to probably redo a bunch of these sounds because I don't like them. And it crashed. Script inherits from native type audio stream player, so it can't be assigned to object of type node. Interesting. Random audio stream player 1 at function. What do you mean? Do I need to put the class name first? Does anyone know? Let's go ahead and do it again. Sound effects sound awesome, especially the hammer. Yeah, it's amazing how much sound effects add. Interesting. I don't know what. So it cannot be assigned to object of type node. Audio stream player. Maybe if I just get rid of the class name? Is that going to cause problems? That's weird. I have a feeling that's a bug. Script inherits from native type audio stream player, so it cannot be assigned to object of type node. But an audio stream player is a node. I don't understand that error. Maybe it doesn't like the tool script aspect of it? Interesting. Well, I was not expecting that issue. What is going on? How do you make your particle effects look so damn good? Basically just using flat colors. I'm using all flat colors. I'm using no opacity. The canvas resolution is quite small. I think it's 640 by 360, and it's like pixelated. And then, yeah, and then a lot of it is just making them float, if you know what I mean. Like, just trying to model like accurate smoke behavior, especially by making them float and wander around a little bit. But I think, I don't know, it's another thing that you just need to practice, I think. Yeah, I am going to do bullet shells eventually. But yeah, I do want to do that. Hello, Renan. My day is going well. How is yours? I wish I could figure out what this issue is. My day would be going better if the game wasn't crashing. I have an idea here. I wonder if it's related to the fact that this audio stream player is still playing when it gets freed. I don't think that's going to be an issue, but let's find a different sound effect that's shorter. Let's use this one. So we'll use a shorter sound effect, and then we'll see if that's going to cause the same issue. We'll be doing some more sound design stuff here shortly. Just, you know how it is, game development, you hit this roadblock, and then it's like, what's going on? And then you spend 3 hours on it, and then you find out that it was just one stupid issue, and then, yeah, and then you're sad and demoralized. Okay, so it's not the length of the audio, so ruled that out. Dude, that hammer sound sounds so cool. How long have I been making games? Since I was like 14-ish. 28 now. So quite a bit. I mean, I haven't spent literally all that time making games, but I've made a game here and there, on and off, for that long. So yeah, this is the part of the stream now where I keep running the game hoping that the issue will fix itself. I wonder if I can... Script inherits from native type, so it can't be assigned to object of type node. Here we go. Let's see if it's an issue that I can fix. A script is associated with a specific node. So at the top of the script, change the extends line to match the node type. Oh, I messed up my plugin. Okay. this random audio stream player, I've set it to extend a node in my plugin, but this needs to extend audio stream player. Okay. Okay, all right. Let's see if that works. That was the issue, I'm sure. What? All right, I might need to reload the plugin. Project. Let's disable the node library plugin, enable the node library plugin. Let's close all of these. Run. Sorry, I know this is kind of like frustrating. It'd be nice if I was actually making content, but here we are dealing with bugs. That's the nature of it, though. Can't get around that. Gee dang it. Okay, we're gonna go nuclear now and we're gonna quit and restart. And I'm also just gonna double check that I did this correctly. Audio stream player. Okay. Has the process of making this game been trial by fire, like you said yesterday, or something else? Well, the thing about, so I have enough experience with Godot that it really hasn't been. It's mostly just been creating the game and content. I would say the trial by fire that I'm dealing with right now is the marketing aspect of it. You'll notice that I'm asking you all to wish list and subscribe to the newsletter and all of that much more often, because the unfortunate reality is that if I don't do a bunch of marketing and I don't get good at marketing, then there's sort of a soft limit on how many units I'm going to sell of the game, right? So that is being trial by fire right now. And I think trial by fire in the sense of I've remade the game a couple times. If you've been watching my channel for a while, the original version of Gun Game was vastly different and had different art, it had different structure. I dropped it for like, I don't know, 6 months or a year or something. Then I came back to it and I tried to remake it as it was, still didn't like it, so then I remade it again. That part's trial by fire. So I guess the marketing aspect and the actual game design has been the most difficult parts of making this game. Actually implementing the stuff that I want to do, though, fortunately, I have enough experience by this point where it's not been too difficult. Did you only use Godot? I used GameMaker to start off way back when, and then I used GameMaker Studio 2 for a while before the Godot 3.0 alpha release, and then I switched over to Godot and loved it immediately. Do you have a separate animation player for each animation in, for example, the player? I don't. So in the player animation player, I just have two animations, roll and run. And that's it. The only time when I'll use two separate animation players is when I want some aspects of the animations to overlap, right? Because the problem with animation player is that you're only going to be able to play one animation at a time. And so if, let's say, you wanted to manage or change the rotation and change the position, you'd either have to do that in one animation track in an animation player, or you could use two separate animation players and have them animating different things at the same time. But typically I don't need to do that. Typically you can just do everything you need to do in one animation player. For simple games anyway. Remakes are better than the original. Yes, well, it depends. I guess it depends. If you're talking about movies, then no. But if you're talking about games, I think remakes generally are better because it just brings them into the modern era. I wanted to play Demon's Souls remake, but I couldn't get my hands on a PS5, and now I don't want to play it. Still having problems with this, huh? Audio stream player is the correct term, right? Okay. Audio stream player. So that's right. Uh-huh. Yep. Mm-hmm. I wonder if it's just something with... Plugins are a little bit finicky, I suppose. Well, I suppose while I'm trying to figure this out, what I can do is re-enable some music. Is that too loud? No, that should be fine, right? Okay. Your live stream came at a perfect time. I was in a bad mood, now I'm happy. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. We're just having a lazy Sunday. It's snowing a lot right now, so it's nice and cozy. And, you know, got my slippers on, making a game, got snow outside, had some coffee. And now, this issue is going to make my blood boil, so everything's good. Audio stream player. I'm curious, what happens if I just... It's only an issue when it ends up disappearing. You know what I'm saying? So if I do collect random audio stream player, I put that boom in there. Okay. Oh, I'm dragging the wrong thing. ID10T error. Okay. So we've got our collect random audio stream player. Let's go ahead and do this. Play random. Oh, wait. Never mind, I don't need to do that. Okay. I need to, when I'm in debug mode, I need to make it so that there's no delay in between the waves here. Wow, this is interesting. Can't be assigned to object of type node. Where am I trying to assign it to object of type node? I'm not doing that. I ain't doing that nowhere. Well, let's close everything down. Project settings, plugins. We're going to disable the node library plugin. Close that. This is extending from audio stream player. My random audio stream player GD is in the scripts. It's extending from audio stream player. Okay. Am I perhaps... No, this should all be good. All right, well, let's see. Enable. Run the game. Let's see. Where am I from? I am from... Oh no, should I dox myself? I currently reside in the Midwest of the United States. So that's like Illinois, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Ohio area. Let's see. Dang it. Well, this might put a damper in my expectations for today. Well, I think maybe instead of staying stuck on this issue, perhaps what I will do... There's one more thing that I want to try, real quick, which is that on ready, I just want to queue free this audio stream player. Oh, you know what? What happens if I just... Is it a C# issue if I just say node? No, that shouldn't... No, that's not going to be it, but let's just see. I had a midterm exam today. I stayed up studying and it ended up being postponed. Well, that's kind of lucky, right? because now you know everything you need to know and you can get your rest. Okay, so that didn't fix the issue. What happens if I queue free this? So if I go to if I create a ready method, because what I'm noticing is that this is only an issue on queue free. So if I take this and I take my collect random audio stream player, give me my IntelliSense, please. Oh. Wow. IntelliSense is very slow. All right, let's try that. At least you have more time to study. Yeah, exactly. What is the exam on? Anything like superhuman? Are you like a nuclear physicist or something? Can't access a disposed object. Right, okay. I really don't understand this. Is there something perhaps in my function that's wrong? What happens if I just don't do any of this? Oh, it doesn't... Oh, there we go. Is that gonna break now if I do that? Might have to move on to doing other things if this is gonna be a problem. All right, let's see. That's so weird. That is so weird. Okay, well, perhaps it's a Godot 4 bug right now. We're gonna have to stop moving, or we're gonna have to stop working with sound effects for now, and do something else. Update plugin. So there's a bunch of UI changes that I want to make here. Okay, so add sound effects for clicking ingot. Perfect. Marketing and e-commerce. I see. Gotcha. Hey, Glitch6. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is I want to get rid of that old passive screen. So I've got this passive reward selection screen. So we're going to get rid of this one. Delete. Remove. The only thing more satisfying than writing code is removing code. Oh boy. There goes another crash. Beta 14 is very crashy. Temperamental little guy. So I'm just removing the reference to the old passive select screen. Wait. I gotta figure out where this is used. Passive reward selection screen. View owners. Wave rewards manager. There's nothing in here. What happened? Did it just like delete? Let's see. Passive rewards selection screen. Okay, well, I guess it's time for manual editing. So I'm going to remove the passive reward selection screen from here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to get rid of X resource 4. I'm hoping that it just picks up those changes and will reformat itself, but we'll see. Okay, everything's breaking. Oh, it just went ahead and deleted all of those things. Okay, well, jeepers. Okay, I obviously did this in the wrong order, so we're going to close out of all of this. Sorry, this is just being... Godot is not working with me today. So what we're going to do instead is I'm going to go and do this in the proper order. So Wave Rewards Manager. Got the resource preloader here. We're going to get rid of that one. Okay. And I'm just going to rename this right now because that's going to change names. Okay. Now I can remove this script. Are you guys having fun watching Godot crash over and over and over again? I actually want to make a game inspired by like a shop simulator. You're a monster hunter and you sell the rare goods you find to make money on the items. That's a cool idea. Have you heard of Moonlighter? You can probably look at Moonlighter for some inspiration because they have a similar idea where you go into dungeons and then you collect loot and then you put the loot on sale. It's an interesting game. I didn't like it that much, but you might be able to learn a thing or two by studying that game and see what how they handle it. But yeah, doing like a monster hunter thing where you can like sell the monster trophies sounds really cool. I could see that being a very cool gameplay loop where you have a homestead or something and you want to buy an upgrade, and so you need to go hunt a legendary monster to sell for 10,000 gold, or you can hunt a bunch of tinier monsters. It'll take longer, but you can make money that way. That sounds really cool. I like it. You should make that. What's the shortcut key for quick search you keep doing? Control-Shift-O. And then you can also do Control-O to bring up just the normal dialogue. But if you notice, I do a lot of searching, so I've got the file system on the left here, along with my scene and my inspector here, and then my editor over here. And that's because I like to do a lot of, search in here, drag over, And generally speaking, like, if you follow a naming convention, this actually ends up being quicker than clicking through all the directories. I just kind of go like, oh, I want my rat. So there's my rat folder. And then, boom, That's why you shouldn't use betas for serious games. Yeah, if I was getting close to release, I wouldn't be using the Godot 4 beta. Hello, Firebelly, I like your content. Thank you, Enos. Halili? Thank you so much, appreciate it. Marathos, thanks, man. Nice content, keep it up. Thank you, thank you. Why did you choose Godot? Any particular reason? I just like it. I don't know. I was saying this yesterday on stream, like there's something about it that I can't quite put my finger on. It feels really lightweight, it feels really snappy, but in addition to being lightweight and snappy, it also feels really powerful. Especially for 2D games, like there's so much already built-in functionality that I feel like I don't really have to do that much work. Because typically when you're talking about lightweight engines or frameworks, it's like really bare bones and you gotta implement everything yourself. But this engine is lightweight and deep and powerful, so it's just... And I just like the way you design the games where you have nodes that do everything and there's like a scene tree, and it just makes... It's intuitive, it's lightweight, it feels good to use. Of course, it's open source, so like if I have an issue, there's been several times where like I've seen an error and I've actually went to the C++ code where that error was thrown so that I could try to determine like what conditions led to that error. So just having all of that available to you is awesome. The community is great as well. And the other reason I like Godot is because people buy my Udemy course and makes me very happy, so I'm only half kidding right there, but... Yeah, you have to write them down. Yep. I so you should definitely write them down. I am actually the other way. Like there's been multiple times in my life where I'm like, I want to make something, but I don't know what. Like, I want to program something, I just don't have any ideas. Ideas don't come as easily to me as they do to others. Have I tried Unity? For a little bit. I used Unity in college because I had to, and there's something about Unity that I just don't like doing. I guess if I was doing 3D work, I'd probably use Unity, but I'm doing mostly 2D, and Unity felt like way overkill for 2D. All right, so what's the problem? I'm dealing with crashes, yeah. That's why I'm procrastinating. I have a bunch of crashes that I really don't want to deal with. Okay, finally deleted all those things. I'm just going to make sure the game is still working before I go any further. Kerblam. Okay, we got a huge bunch of errors. Preloader did not have a resource with name. Okay, that's because I'm going to rename this now. So let's rename this to... This is going to crash, watch. Oh, it didn't crash, wow. Making me a liar on my own stream. All right. Let's see if this works. Oh. I have to rename all of these. Okay, now we should be good to go. Feels so good to get rid of those cards. There was so much just random spaghetti happening, tween animations everywhere. It's just nice for those to be gone. And we're still crashing there. That's okay. We will deal with that later. All right, so let's do this. Rename. New passive reward screen. Commit that. Oops. All right, so let's work on the UI some more. So there's one thing that I want to experiment with, which is, well, I want to add a sheen to it. So I want to add like a white sheen that goes across when they land. And potentially when hovering over them as well. I also want to make this wave less strong when you're not hovering over one of these, right? So if I go to my shader here, so if I go to my canvas group shader and I just turn this down, then I go to my passive selection screen, look at how much, so like, I might even turn it up just a little bit. But basically tone down the waviness of that banner for things that aren't selected. Yeah. So that's something, so let's go ahead and just see what that looks like. It should be pretty easy. So uniform, float, wave amplitude equals 1.0. Doesn't really matter. Okay, and then basically the way that we are going to change this is we have to go to our shader. I'm going to copy this property path. And then I want to set it here. Public void set wave amplitude. Should probably say set banner wave amplitude, float amplitude, and now we got to take the canvas group, canvas group dot material as shader material. Okay. Dot set shader parameter. I always forget how to use this. Okay, so I can just set wave amplitude. Okay, that should be it. All right, let's see. Hey there, Straight Up Gruntled. I love that name, Straight Up Gruntled. Hope you're doing well. Been following your devlogs recently. It's nice to learn more about C# integration with Godot. Well, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm glad that you're enjoying the content. And yeah, the live streams are a perfect way to see how I'm actually making the game. Failing at making the game and succeeding at making the game, both. Would it be better to make a shop area to sell stuff or like a building system where you can put the shop wherever you want? Well, that depends on the design goals, right? Certainly it would be less work to just have an area, a predefined area where you sell. And if you're just a solo developer, that's probably the direction I would go. That like solo development I'm learning while I'm making this game is about like, how do I accomplish what I want to accomplish with the minimal effort necessary, right? And you saw that a little bit in my last devlog where I simplified the animations of my entities because it didn't really change the feel of the game that much. The game didn't look cheaper as a result, but the game was cheaper to produce as a result, right? So I think it depends on your design goals, but also you should be thinking about like, how can you accomplish those design goals with the minimal effort required, right? That doesn't mean that you're lazy. It just means that, you know, making games is hard and you have to save time whenever you can. I've been using Godot for a long time, but I've never touched the C# aspect till now, since I'm having to do more intensive procedural stuff. Yeah, I've supposedly Godot is supposed to be, or C# is supposed to be better when you are doing like really data heavy stuff and doing a lot of iterations and things like that. So I don't use it for the performance benefits. I just like using it. Okay. So now I got to call this set banner wave amplitude somewhere. And when I've got my play hover in, so passive ingot animator, I've got my play hover in right here. What I can do is I've got my passive ingot, so I can say passive ingot.set set banner wave amplitude. We'll set it to 4. And then when I play hover out, we'll set it to 2. And we'll set it to 2 by default in here. Perfect. All right, let's see if that makes a difference at all. Oh, yeah, it wasn't doing anything, and the reason is because they're all sharing the same instance of the shader, so I need to make this shader local to scene. I think I need to make the shader material local to scene, yeah. Okay, let's try that again. So yeah, so you can see that this wave is much greater, and the other ones are much more subdued, right? Now the question is, what happens if I really crank it, right? What happens if I crank the wave amplitude? We're gonna crank it. Maybe some kind of intro like Spelunky when the players start new game, the walls are shifting. That's a cool idea. Kubele. I just started game dev. I liked Godot because of C#. I switched, but because of C# I switched to Unity. I don't think there's a lot of resources with Godot, C#. You're correct that there's not. Yeah, you do have to figure out a lot of stuff yourself, as evidenced by the fact that I'm ignoring a bug right now that I don't know how to fix, although I don't know if that's a C# bug, but you definitely have to be a little bit more comfortable figuring things out on your own if you're going to go with C#. GDScript is perfectly fine, yeah. I use GDScript for game jams especially when I'm working with another person for a game jam, because Trying to get C# set up on a person who has never done development work before is like a nightmare. And so using GDScript when you're working on a team is just much nicer because you can just pull the code and run it, right? Holy moly, that's amazing. Thank you, thank you. I like how it turned out. I think that wave is probably too much. So I might crank that down to 5. I'm just trying to make it obvious that the selected one has a larger wave than the others. Yeah, that should work. Look at that. Ooh, chunky, chunky. Can I get a chunky in the chat? I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that. It's feeling good though. A little bit of sound, which I don't know if you can hear that well right now, but a little bit of sound, a little bit of motion. Cool. Okay, so I want to do something like... Well, let's see. There's a bunch of things I could still do to this screen. There's a bunch of things I could still do to this screen. So definitely like making it red. Redder, maybe when it's hovered. I wonder what that would look like. Let's go to our ingot here. And passive ingot. Oh, I want to reset this position, by the way. Okay. So if I do something like, I don't know, I get like a texture rect or something and make that, oh, it's already full, okay. So we have this, and then we do like a gradient texture. Turn on the snapping. And let's grab a red color. We'll see how this looks. I have my doubts if this is going to turn out the way that I want it to, but experimentation. Okay, and then I'm gonna... So if there was a way to make this like glow a little bit, that would be cool. So when it's hovered, can do something like that, perhaps? I'm just curious to see what it looks like in the game. Maybe too much. Yeah, I don't really know how I'm going to get that to look like it's glowing. I don't know how to get glow working in UI elements. That's just something I haven't figured out yet. Because if it was actually glowing, it might look better. So yeah, the problem, I might have to do this in A-Sprite if I want it to look any good. Let's see, passive ingot. Oh, gee dang it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this passive banner, paste it here. Ingot hot glow? I don't know, we're just going to... Ingot hot glow is what we're going to call it. So now I've got a reference image that I can work with. Looking great. Thank you, thank you. Do you have any intention to release a Godot C# course? I'm too lazy. I would like to, but I don't know if I'm going to do that in the near future. For those that want to get into C# Godot, you can also use different languages for different scripts. That is true. Chunky Monkey, thank you, thank you. Beastie Boys. Let's see. One thing can make it look better is the health bar can do some more like Terraria and showing boss name. Yeah, I do want to do that. Should only glow when you hover on it. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I use GDScript and I don't know C#. Is there a reason to learn C# for me? No. If GDScript's working, then you can definitely stick with GDScript. I wouldn't say that there's any specific benefit. How do I... There we go. Actually... Yeah, this is going to be... I don't know if this is worth doing, but we'll give it a try. I probably don't want to... I don't know if I want to actually... Yeah, I probably don't want to... Oops. Cover the outlines. Maybe I want to make the outlines like a dark red or something, but... I don't know. We'll see how that looks. Okay. Perfect, perfect. We're going to output a file. We're going to trim the sprite export. Okay. Let's go back over here. Get rid of that gradient. And we want this to shrink end. Oh, this needs to have a border. So I'm going to add a margin container so I can easily get a border here. There we go. So now that's what it looks like. And we want to make it fade in. And I don't know. I wish the glow would work. I don't know how to get that to work unless... Do I need to use the self-modulate? We'll see. All right, so we got a glow rect. Node, private texture rect. Glow rect. Public override void ready. Glow rect.modulate is equal to colors.transparent. So we'll set it to transparent immediately. I'm going to say public void fade in glow, public void fade out glow. Do the same thing that we did in the other stuff. So private tween, current tween. Kill the current tween if it's, you know, unnecessary, or if it's causing problems, you know, just take it out back and kill it, and then we'll interpolate, or we'll tween the property here of this modulate colors.white. We'll do it over 0.2, maybe longer timeline. 1 second. There we go. And then over here, we're going to interpolate that to colors transparent. Okay, and then in the passive ingot animator, passive ingot dot fade in glow, and then passive ingot animator fade out glow. All right, let's see if that works. I'm getting some errors. What did I do wrong? Oh, what I did wrong is I never created the current tween. Whoops. Oops. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so that's not working for some reason. We'll have to figure that out. Let's see. I used GDScript and don't know. I already answered that one. I was watching the skeleton boss last time. Good job. It looks amazing. Thank you, Samurai. Appreciate it. Do you stream every day at like a set time or just whenever you kind of want to? No, I don't do it every day. Typically, if I'm going to do it, I'll do it on a weekend or if I have a day off. And it'll usually be in the morning, Eastern time, somewhere around 11. But I won't do it every weekend. I just kind of like hop on and whenever I feel like it. I wanted to ask you, do you know Spritemancer? It's a tool made by Code Manu that looks interesting, is on sale 100% off. Spritemancer, huh? Is that on itch? Spritemancer on Steam. Have I seen this? I think so. Oh yeah, you can create effects and stuff. And 3D models and whatnot? Or make stuff look 3D? Yeah, that's cool. I could definitely see that being useful for like a more stylized game where you want to use sprite-based particles. That's really cool. You said it's 100% off. Wait, did I just... Is it 100% off? Oh well, I might pick it up. Maybe it's 100% off elsewhere. Okay. Do you have a Discord? Do you plan on making one? I don't, and I don't plan on making one. Not yet, anyway. Maybe sometime in the future. So... why is this not working? Did I do something wrong? Oh. I'm not animating the glow rect. There we go. Am I not calling fade out glow? Oh, I called... wow. All kinds of issues going on today. Okay, let's see. I don't know. Does that look good? What do y'all think? Maybe it should be faster. Yeah, let's see. What do you think? It's also a Pixel Composer that came out recently. Oh, interesting. If you know the name, send it in the chat. Is Godot better for a 2D game than Unity? I think so, yeah. I think so. What do y'all think? Is that glow good, or should I tweak it? Should I remove it? Should I keep it? Oh, Pixel Composer on itch.io. Oh, interesting. This is cool. So it's like a visual graph editing way of making sprites. That's really cool. Lots of interesting tools. Can keep the glow. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm okay keeping the glow as it is. Maybe it could be tweaked a little bit, but That feels very satisfying though. Yeah, that's super cool. It's free beta on the page if you want to try it out later. I might do that, yeah. Becker Aaron Paker. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry if I butchered it. I haven't really used Godot, but I've been using Unity for about 2 years. It's pretty good for 2D. Problem with it is it constantly removing and adding of features. Yeah. I've heard about that. I think what I don't like about Unity is that the units are not, for 2D, are not pixel-based. At least not by default. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I haven't used it in a while, but... yeah, I think that's probably what bothers me most, is it just feels like, Oh, you know what? One thing that I want to do to that banner is I think I want to put like a purple shadow underneath it. I guess I went too far with it. I wonder if that's gonna do anything. Kind of like that shadow. I might make it a little bit lighter though. Yeah, I think that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. All right. Looking better. Yellow background and glow seems out of place. Everything in 3D, but you just use an orthographic camera. Yeah. Hey, Firebelly, been binging your videos and loving the streams. Thank you, Ublast. Showing me lots of awesome techniques for Godot while I work on my survival horror. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, let's see. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll get rid of the glow. Could also reverse this, maybe. Does it look better with the gradient at the top? I guess I don't really know what to do about this. Try all orange. I don't think that that's going to work, but I can try it. The other thing you have to consider is that this is going to be like presented like this, right? With a slightly purple background. Yeah, I think if I use all orange, it's probably not going to work great, but let's give it a shot. Oops. Okay, so put this orange here. And then the glow as well, right? Oh goodness. Am I going to be able to change this color? We'll just do it. We'll just switch it to orange in a hacky way. Okay. Oh, it looks kind of yellow because I'm using modulate. So let's see. Passive ingot, glow rect. Let's just reset that. There we go. My message seemed to keep disappearing. I'm sorry about that. I don't know. I'm not seeing any. I just see your message right there, Renaud. Hey, let's see. Great progress since yesterday. Where'd you get your sounds from? I have a subscription to Artlist, so I'm downloading from there. But also there's the Sonus GDC audio bundle, which you can grab for free, I believe. Does all orange look good or no? Could try adding shadows to the text, making it look like it's engraved on the ingot. Yeah, the problem is that I don't really have a nice, clean, easy way of doing that. Also, the text isn't final. I gotta figure out what I'm doing with that. Why not just make the glow pure white and module in engine? Well, the reason I don't want to do that... Well, maybe I could do it in engine. Dark edges on the glow might look better. Maybe. I mean, I'm using black outlines for everything, so I don't really want to stray from that by making outlines that are different colors. Let's see. This is going to be difficult. Let's put this back to red. Put that back to red, and then passive ingot selector. This texture rect. You all are saying to use white instead, and then just modulate it. Which I can definitely do. What color do we want to use for that? Yellow. Where's my modulate? Boom. There we go. Good call, good call. Same effect for the glow. Yeah, let's see. I wish I still had a reference to the exact size that I was using, but we'll try it. Okay. Can I use the gradient now? So I want to make a darker red for that, and then the same darker red for the other side, but turn it down. Okay, so something like that, and then grab this. There we go. Perfect. And I guess this should actually probably just be a single solid color, right? Maybe? Or should it be the other way? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I think that's looking better, right? So let's change the color. Why weren't those rendering as yellow? Why are they white? Godot issue? The gradient color is sort of overriding the modulate. That's unfortunate. Oops. I just want to run this one. Interesting. So it looks like the modulate doesn't work, but the self-modulate does. So, we'll get rid of that. Let's see what y'all are saying. Maybe a white light instead. Yeah, I could make it like a light yellow so it almost looks white. Maybe when the fire is coming from the bottom of the card and coming from the whole card. Maybe when the fire is coming from the bottom of the card and coming from whole card frames. I don't know what you're trying to say, Neozoid. I don't quite understand. If you can maybe rephrase. What is the palette? Looks really nice. It's Resurrect 64 from lowspec.com. Make that glow in white so you can modulate it too if you want. Well, the problem is that I want to be able to use colors restricted to my palette. If I just made this grayscale and then I applied a color to it, the darker regions would end up being a color that actually doesn't exist in my palette. Weird, it didn't even appear on the live stream. Oh, maybe your internet's, maybe you just got a blip in your internet or something. Does the animation player crash your engine often too? Not the animation player, no. Make the light from the bottom and make the fire from the bottom glow. Make the light from the bottom. So, make the light come from the bottom again? I don't know if I'm quite understanding. Make the light come from the bottom. Is that what we're saying? Is that what we're doing? Make the light come from the bottom. Does the fire need to come from the bottom too? I don't know. That yellow is too yellow. Go back to what my other color was here. Oh yeah, you can't do anything that links a sprite or links a URL. There's one other thing that I need to do here. No idea, trying to understand what you read. I think he wants the red glow to come from the burning fire. Maybe. Yeah. I think what I'll do is I'll probably... I mean, I wish I could make... If I could make these things glow in the UI, this would look a lot better, but it doesn't... The glow effect doesn't work. So I don't know why that's not working. Let's see. Glow in UI, Godot. Okay, let's see this. The easiest way to make something glow is by adding a world environment node. Yes, I know that. You have to put them in their own world. Oh, that's annoying. Viewports. I don't understand. Yeah, I can't get the glow to work for some reason. So in my passive ingot here, I've got my flames, my fire, which is 1.3 all the way down. I could just like crank this up to like 10. And the only thing that it'll do is it'll just become white, but it won't glow. It won't like emit light, you know? This screen would look a lot better if it emitted light. But that's not happening, and even if I go to my game, it still doesn't happen. I see what you're saying, George. I think I'm going to keep it, though. I'll probably make it a different color, but... Because the thing is, like, it's kind of indicating that you can click anywhere. Right, you don't need to just click on here, so I can click down here. That's kind of why I like it. I think somebody made a suggestion to make the other ones darker as well, so I could probably do that. Whoops. Yeah, but yeah, so the point isn't working. I'll probably change the color too. Disturbed waffle. I like the yellow glow. I think it is a little bit off in one way or another, but yeah, see those, they're just white now. They're not actually glowing. So that's unfortunate. But let's see if darkening the others is going to make a difference here. We'll do that before we do any other color work. So in my passive ingot animator, so play hover out. Okay, so play hover in, tween property, set banner wave amplitude, fade in glow. So the question is, how am I going to make everything darker? So I've got my passive ingot animator. Child.passive ingot animator.play out, play hover out. And then in my play hover out, what I can do is I can darken it, right? So I can say passive ingot dot tween, or sorry, current tween dot tween property, passive ingot, modulate. Let's do new color, 0.8, 0.8, 0.8, 1. Oh, it doesn't like that. Okay, and then we want to do that probably over, it's like 0.2 seconds or something. And maybe we want these to be parallel as well. Okay, let's see if darkening the other ones is A, gonna work, and B, look good. Let's take another look at that. So I think darkening the other ones is looking okay. Let's change this to 70%. So yeah, we're darkening the other one, so it makes this one look brighter, which I think is good. Yeah, I think that's looking fine. And then there's one problem here, which is that we want to say bool darken equals true. This is kind of hacky, but don't generally like passing that kind of thing in here, but you know what they say, YOLO. Oh, passive ingot animator play selected. Oh, that's not going to be good. Well, perhaps this is actually not going to work because I have no way of knowing. So this is just calling play hover out when mouse exited, which means it's being darkened after I select it, which is not good. So I basically need a way of saying, like, if I am the selected one, then maybe don't play the hover out. Is dying. Let's do this. Private bool is selected. If is dying or is up here, or is selected. So we're basically not going to run the mouse exited if this one's been selected. See if that works. Awesome, that seems to work. But I think now what I'll have to do is make that hover effect animate out. So I do want to do this. Okay, so maybe, all right, we'll just make this even more goofy. If it's not selected, then we can do all of those things. All right. Alrighty. That's looking good. Still got to figure out what to do with this yellow color here. So Neozoid, I wanted to say that if the flames come from the top of the ingot, instead come from the whole ingot, make it look more awesome. I see what you're saying. So maybe we can do that. Let's see. I'll play around with that, but first there's this flash rectangle here. I just want to bump that up a bit. So it's the flash is a little bit more prominent. Also, I need to probably disable the mouse input. Okay. That's looking fine. Let's take a look at let me commit what I have, or at least stage what I have. Well, passive ingot UI work. We'll just sync that. And then what am I doing? Gonna play with the flames, right? Fire particles. So what do we got going on here? So you're saying make them like a frame around it, I believe that's what you're saying. So 60, 90. Oh, the fire particles are like way up there. They need to be in the center. Where's my pixel snap? Oh. So is that what you're saying? Something like that? What does everyone think? Maybe I can make the yellow glow more subtle. I could try that, yeah. Renaud says it looks nice. Let's see how it looks in game, huh? I think that looks okay. I think what I probably need to do is make the sprite, or the particles bigger. So if I go here, scale min, scale max. Where's my lifetime? Maybe turn up the lifetime a little bit. I am good at coding. Console read line. There you go. Console.readline. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I think it looks pretty good. What does everyone else think? Yeah, I like it. Looks good. Okay. Yeah, we could keep it like that. Let's figure out what to do with this yellow highlight area. Let's figure out what to do. So somebody said make it more transparent. I want to play around with maybe using a different color. Like, I wonder if using some just random color would look good. Like, if I used a purple or something, just a really subtle effect. So that's almost too subtle, because you have to keep in mind that it's going to look different in the game too. Ooh, I kind of like the purple. What do y'all think of the purple? Maybe you could use float variable or data type. Wow, you do know a lot about programming. Oof, looks good. The ingot in addition to the red glow. When you put the yellow, like, heat. Oh no! Oh no! My cat just snagged me. I like the purple, yeah. I think, well, yeah. Instead of making it look like a light, it's more of like a UI element now. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, so what are you saying, Zeto? So let me just make sure I understand. So the ingot in addition to the red glow will put yellow, you put yellow like heat. So from red to yellow. So are you saying make the make this gradient instead of just red go from red to yellow? Or should it be yellow at the bottom and then fade into red? I feel bullied. Yes. Okay. So we've got, I think that yes was for purple. Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there. We are getting there. So more playing around with the gradient here. So I'm just, yeah, I'll just see how this ends up working. I need my reference. What up, reference? I also am probably going to make this... I'm probably going to make this, Uh-oh. I went into professional mode, which I don't want to do. Okay. The wonky thing about gradients is that they're wonky. Okay. So let's try this. So we go from... Shouldn't it be like yellow for the first color and then red for the second one? Is that how... Oops. Is that how glowing works? It needs to be 3 colors. Can I even do a 3-color gradient? What happens if I just use yellow? Let's see. Yellow at the bottom. All right, so let's see if I can use a darker yellow at the bottom here. Oops. I don't know if this is gonna... I'm kind of curious. Let's just see what that looks like. It's not gonna look good. Well, I don't know. Is yellow better than the red? Oh, are you leaving, Mr. Artist? All right. Goodbye. Yellow to red. Yeah, I can do that. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but we'll give it a shot. Oops. So delete that. Yellow to red. So probably do it like this. Like that, and then do another one, which is like red to transparent. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to make this look good. I'm just going to stick with the red I had. I think it's passable. Doesn't need to be perfect here. As long as people can generally tell what it is. I'm also going to shrink it down a little bit. There we go. Okay, I think that'll probably be fine. Red was good? Okay, yeah. I think it's passable. I mean, it's probably not accurate to what heat actually behaves like, but when I'm working on a limited color palette and I don't have glow available to me, I think I just kind of have to approximate it. I kind of have to fudge it, you know? Cool. All right. More ingot tweaks. All right. I am sick of working on UI stuff. I don't know about you all. So there's some stuff that I need to finish up with the skeleton or the turtle zombie. So the zombie currently, I don't know if you noticed this in my latest devlog, he can't actually be killed because he doesn't have all the correct components. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take a quick, probably 3-minute break. And then when I come back, we're going to finish this guy up so that he can actually take damage and all that good stuff. Let's see. With the red hot ingot, the flame and everything, now the floating banner looks kind of out of place. No, it doesn't. It does not. I mean, it's kind of supposed to be, so I'm just being facetious. It's kind of supposed to be out of place. It's supposed to be the title of the thing. So yeah, so it's like, it's supposed to be noticeable and out of place because that's the title of the passive. And I want people to be able to notice the title of the passive, so. But. Yeah, keep the critiques coming though. But I think I will keep that because I do like it. Cool. All right, thank you, Harsh, for the suggestion, though. I'm going to, so yeah, I'm going to take that 3-minute break real quick, and then we'll be back to finish this guy up. So enjoy the soothing tones of Lo-Fi Girl. All right, I'm back. Did you all enjoy the soothing lo-fi girl tones? I see Short Stuff did. Floating banner looks good. IDK Halbert looks good. Thank you. Yeah, I think it looks good. I think we'll keep it. Might undergo some further tweaks, but it's... Why don't I put some backgrounds? I think it's missing. Short answer is I didn't want to spend the time doing it. I've been iterating on... what's the word that I'm looking for? On like the stream setup a little bit. Sorry, I'm just being distracted. There's like a little faded out bar at the top. I don't know where that's coming from. Do you see what I'm talking about? There's like a little white gradient at the top. Anyway, I've been trying to just iterate on my stream layout like one piece at a time, and so I will eventually replace those stream cards with something more entertaining. Probably we'll just record some gameplay of Gunforged and just have that playing during the pause screen. But all of these things take time, and time is a very limited resource at the moment. So... Oh, I actually forgot to bring my water. Okay, give me 10 more seconds. All right, it's zombie turtle time. So what is he missing? So let's take a look at our classic rat. He's like our model enemy here. And we're missing a couple things. So we're missing the faction component. So let's go ahead and add that. Actually, you know what we can do? We can grab that. We can grab that. We can grab... So faction, knockback. We need a hurt box component. And we need a health component and a status receiver component. So now I can just paste all these in here. Drag these up. So knockback component. Looks like we've got everything configured. Health component. How much health does this guy have? Kind of a lot. We need to shift the health component up a little bit, because the health component serves as the origin for the floating numbers that come when you hit things. Okay, we need to make this unique. And our hitbox, well, he's rotund, so we can just... Oops, that's too much. Come on. That's what I wanted. So we can give him kind of a big hitbox. Status receiver component can go up a little bit. Oh, wait, I changed the wrong one. My bad. Okay, I think that's probably okay. Yeah, that'll work. So if I did everything correctly... Now here's another thing I might have to do. I have this Jibinator component. And what this does is... it basically handles the death of the enemies. Now, I might have to simplify this as well, because currently this requires the enemy to be broken up into multiple sprites, basically, in order for it to look good. So... I might have to think of a different way of handling death animations. So let's spawn the zombie. Wait, did my game crash again? let's try. Okay. Where's my zombie? Okay, so here's the zombie. So I can hit him now. I'm missing the hit flash component. Okay, and he's dead, so... So the Gibbonator component actually handles his death, so I need to bring the health component over into that. And then I also need the hit flash component. Which I guess I can rename to visuals. Okay, let's see if all that works. Why are these guys glowing? That doesn't seem right. So I think that's pretty much working now. Put some backgrounds. Oh, and the ingot card. Well, the background is the game, right? Well, I'm just trying to figure out why they're glowing when the white flash happens. That shouldn't cause a glow. Actually, let me go in here. Filter nearest hint screen texture. Turn off glow in shader, Godot. I'm gonna have to figure that out later. Lots of weird glow stuff happening. Den modulate component world environment. I don't know why my world environment is here as opposed to on my main. I should probably put it here, right? And then the arena. So the graveyard den probably doesn't need one either. Get rid of that. Okay, so let's spawn a zombie. So I guess these guys can technically be shot while they're in the air. So I probably actually want to disable that. Because it doesn't make sense, because it's like they're not on the same plane as the bullets when they're in the air. At least sort of like a, you know what I mean, like as a representation. Those guys are glowing when I hit them, and the normal enemies don't. That's weird. Why is that happening? Is it because I changed? Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out later. So yeah, let's disable... We're going to disable this hitbox collision shape. So let's mark this as unique name. Hitbox, or let's say hurtbox collision shape. Node private collision shape 2D. Hurtbox collision shape, we're going to disable that when in the jumping state. So enter state body slam, hitbox collision shape, Hurt box collision shape. I get those mixed up all the time. Disabled equals true. And then exit state body slam. False. So I should no longer be able to shoot him when he's in the air. He will still take damage from, like, damage over time effects, though. Yeah, if anyone has any ideas for death animations that I could do that are super simple to do and would look really chunky and cool, let me know. Because I need to figure out how to make that a little bit more efficient. Cool. That's looking great. So yeah, so Neozoid, so this is the background here, like there's background here when you run it. Death animation idea, let's see. Hello, Unity's particle system, welcome back. Death animation idea, make the enemies burst into little pieces on dying. I could do that. I mean, that's kind of what I'm already doing, but if I can do that in a programmatic sense, where I can cut apart the sprite into a bunch of other sprites, that could work. You'd have to think about that. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be a huge amount of work to cut this guy up into different pieces, but... Okay, am I missing anything here? So let's compare. I don't think I'm missing anything. I think that's basically it. Yeah, that should be good. One thing that I gotta do is make sure that I go to my skeleton. Secondary terrain. I think the zombie needs to be on the secondary terrain as well. So let's look at all my entities. Just make sure they're all configured correctly. Scripts, game object, entity. Oops, not scripts. Scenes, game object, entity, blood golem. Yep. This is very annoying. I just gotta make sure everything's using the correct mask. Oh, it's a training dummy. Do you like my training dummy that I never use? Okay. Let me just make sure, do a sanity check right here. Cool, I think that's looking good. Okay, so add remaining components to zombie. So there's a couple other things that I need to do as well. So the dungeon, or sorry, the graveyard arena. So I can only spawn 2 enemies here. I only have the skull and the mushroom. So I need to duplicate this. We got zombie. Minimum wave 2. Weight 5. We'll keep it at 5 as well. And I might just, I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I take the boss skeletons and add them in here as well? Let's try it. So do you see this? So like the mushrooms aren't glowing when I hit them. I guess they are. They just have to be in the right spot. I don't even know if you can see the glow effect on stream. Nice. So that's still crashing due to audio. All right, let's see. Death animation idea. The sprite goes flying off the side of the screen in a random direction. It would add to the chaos. Oh, that's a good idea. No, Neozoid, you're not annoying me at all. I like your suggestions. I will on occasion rebuff all of your suggestions though, because at the end of the day, you know, I'm gonna go with what I think is best, but I do appreciate all the input from everyone. So please keep it coming. I think there's just a little bit of a language barrier, Neozoid. I have a hard time understanding exactly what you're saying sometimes, but we'll work through it. We'll get it. Let's see. By the way, I noticed a bug in input these nuts. Oh my gosh. What are you, 5? Tired? That's that too. I noticed a bug in the last devlog where the text above the shotkeeper would rotate with the keeper. Yeah, that is a bug for sure. I think I have it written down. Let me see. I'll open up my note-taking app, but I gotta make sure that my diary is not in focus first. Okay. So there's bugs here. Oh, I guess I don't have that. I'll add it to the to-do. Shopkeeper text is mirrored when interacting. Bug. Okay. Oh, I had a great idea for a passive ability, so get this. Okay, ready? So a passive ability called Get Down, Mr. President. Like the one right here, right? So Get Down, Mr. President, where you have a little ally that runs around next to you and tries his hardest to dodge in front of bullets for you. So I'm thinking he'll be like some kind of enemy that can die and like be reconstituted. So he'll run around, he'll throw himself in front of bullets, die, be dead for 5 seconds, and then get back up and then do it again. And the idea is that this could be stackable, so you could have 3 like Secret Service agents that are all running around trying to take bullets for you, diving in hilarious ways. I think that would be so funny. A little apprentice. Accidentally. Zombie deer, they keep on doing their best to run to my car. Well, there you go. Yeah. That's funny. If only the player had a car. That's actually kind of an interesting idea, like have the player able to get on like a motorcycle and drive around and shoot. Maybe it's just like maybe it's a passive that activates when you kill a certain number of enemies in a certain amount of time. You just like hop onto a motorcycle and start zipping around. That would be funny. So yeah, so short stuff. Death animation idea. The sprite goes flying off the side of the screen in a random direction. I kind of like that idea. So I think I'm going to give it a shot. I think it should be pretty easy to do as well. Maybe. Well, we can actually test it pretty easily. So we can test it pretty easily by doing this. If I go to my Jibbinator component, when you're on a motorcycle, you should get a mohawk and facial hair like the blood golem. That would be so funny. Speaking of zipping around, what about a passive that makes enemy blood trails that you slip and slide on? Just an enemy that makes those effects on the ground. That's a cool idea too, yeah. Like where you lose control and you start like sliding around a little bit. Make a separate stage where the player drives a vehicle through enemies. A separate stage is it could be like an encounter room, right? So like you enter the encounter and it's like a special type of combat room. Very interesting idea. I'm going to write that down. Let's see. So let's see. Special type of encounter, of combat encounter. Encounter with a unique mechanic. For example, driving around on a motorcycle. Good ideas, good ideas. So yeah, for making enemies fly off the screen, I think this is actually going to be pretty easy. So I have this jib here. And I think I can just try this, see if this is going to work by cranking this velocity. And killing a zombie turtle. Ah, he died in the air. So we want these guys to be yeeted, basically. Oh my, it's really snowing out there. It turned into a winter wonderland at my house in approximately an hour and a half. Oh my gosh. Well, there he goes. He kind of flew off the screen. If I was smart, I would be doing this differently, but alas. There he goes. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Maybe I need to crank it even more. So just send the enemies literally flying off the stage. Can probably darken them as well so they're not as apparent. Boom! Yeet! Yeet! That's kind of funny. I don't know, what do y'all think? Maybe it's too much, but... my people need me, Pokemon Ice or Mario Ice? Super hard to steer or just forces you to slide? Oh, yeah. What's the fun in being smart? Yeah, true. A stage with driving through enemies was a nice add-on to an Amiga game in the 90s on a gritty Polish game called Franco the Crazy Revenge. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's definitely like a 90s gaming move to just have like a random out of place stage that is completely different. Yeet! That's kind of funny. I don't know. What does everyone think? I'm not so sure that... So I guess the thing is, like, I'm not actually sure if that's going to simplify things because there are some enemies like the mushroom where I'm already animating two separate parts, right? And so I don't know if it's just going to be that much more effort to go in and go to like my entities here, zombie, and just like cut this guy up, you know? It is more effort from an art perspective to do this though, because then I have to like make sure I'm drawing on the right layer. Oh, I'm trying to find an easy way out, but it looks like there is going to be none. What if each part goes flying in a different direction? Yeah, well, so if the enemy is already composed of different, like, separate parts, that's what's happening. So basically, I just cranked up the launching of my current system. So like there he goes, yeet. But then the skeleton blows up into several pieces, right? I don't know, what do you guys think? I mean, it's kind of whimsical, it's kind of funny. Maybe I need to change the angle a little bit. The angle's a little bit tight here. Oh, it wasn't random, it was a pass-through between the levels. I see, I see. Yeah. It's very difficult to decide between feature creep and like, oh yeah, this game actually needs that. Goodbye, mushroom. So I'm curious. If I then set this like jib dot, actually we just change the modulate equals new color, 0.75. Can I just do that? Of course I can't. You know what C# needs? C# needs an extension for, and this probably wouldn't even work, but extension methods for constructors, so that I can create my own constructor extension method, and then inside of it, I can just return a new instance of whatever I want. And the reason is because then I could do this, right? I could say, let's just say that this is my extension method, public static color, you know, whatever. And then I could say, well, I want to take a float, you know, as my amount. And what essentially I can do is I can return new color and then do amount, right? That would be nice to have as an extension method, but extension constructors. I guess you could just create a factory though. I could say, you know, anyway, it doesn't matter. I can wish, I can dream. So darkening the sprite, we're gonna see how that works. Actually doesn't look that dark. And my game keeps crashing too, by the way. I don't know if you're noticing that, but it's a long-standing issue. I did create a Godot, or a GitHub issue for Godot for that, so hoping that it gets to that point. Goodbye. So I probably want to change the self-modulate. Wait a minute. Let me open this actually up in the game and see. Okay, yeah, I want to change the modulate of the visuals, so that the blood isn't being darkened. So many crashes. I don't know if that's working. I mean, I like that, but yeah, I don't think this is going to simplify anything. I'm going to have to keep thinking on it. I'm going to have to keep thinking on it. I might keep that modulate in there, though. Might keep that modulate in there. I actually might increase this. I don't know. This is such a non-important thing to work on right now, but sometimes you just gotta take a detour and have fun with your game. It can't just be all straight line all the way through. That's a good way to kill your enjoyment of the process. Gotta take detours and do fun little things. Nice. I'm gonna get rid of this modulate. I actually don't like that anymore. Okay, well. Okay, so there's something that I want to do going back to the UI work, which is to change the screen shake stuff. So if I go to my passive rewards selection screen, I have a screen shake, like just a really poorly implemented screen shake in here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this by introducing what I have, noise interpolator components, which I forgot I had. Noise interpolator component, so let's do offset X, noise interpolator component, and offset Y. And what these basically do is these allow me to pass in a fast noise light. So I can say Perlin, and then I can say random seed, that's fine. Do 1 octave. And actually I'm gonna go to my game camera. I might just copy this fast noise light here, because this works really well. So I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna paste these in both of those. Paste. Make sure to make that unique so I'm not changing my camera on accident. And these noise interpolator components are really nice because what I can do, so I can basically just get random values from a noise function. So private noise interpolator component, offset X noise interpolator component. And so in my process method, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say offset X noise interpolator component dot step, and this is going to be my var X offset percentage, and then my Y offset percentage. Oh. Wait, I don't even need to do that. I don't even need 2 of them, because I already have a method that allows me to do that. Okay. Current noise sample. Gotcha. Okay. So this will actually return a vector 2, which is all that I need. So get rid of that. Offset noise interpolator component. This actually is its own function call. I thought this would return the float, but it doesn't. Forgot how I implemented my own component. You know how it goes. So now I can say var offset percent is equal to offset noise interpolator component dot get sample vector. Okay, and now what I can do is I can say offset percent times 20, which is my max offset. I shouldn't be using magic numbers, but YOLO. And that's basically it. So now if I did it correctly, I should be able to see this working much nicer. Cool. And it looks like my frequency is not quite what it should be, because I believe the camera has an additional frequency parameter, which is 2000. So I think I just need to crank this up a little bit. Yeah, let's try that. That's still not fast enough. Zoop. Actually, do I have a frequency? Oh, I do have a frequency in here. Look at that. I might need to just use the same number as the camera, 2000. Now look at that. How's that look? So that's a much nicer screen shake because it's not possible for it to go from -20 offset to +20 offset within the span of a frame. That's not possible. The max amount it can move per frame is like a couple of pixels. Excellent. That looks great. What is my max offset on my camera? 14. So let's change my max offset to 14. And we probably want to shake it. Shake it. Oh, I do shake it. I wonder, should I even go higher with that frequency? 3,000? Hey, what's up, Clankfish? Look, I used your idea. Wavy banners. Yeah, it is nice. Thank you for the suggestion. Nice. Now, if only I could get this to work and not crash the game, we'd be set. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Clankfish. What is your theme in Visual Studio Code? I mean, for the colors of the text. I believe it's called One Monokai. Yeah, One Monokai theme. This is hands down the best theme. I mean, in my opinion. This might be difficult to implement, but what if the ingots you have selected shatter instead of disappear? Ingots you haven't selected shatter. Maybe that wouldn't be so difficult to implement. I have to think if there's like an easier way to do that. I'd probably just make it like particles or something. What I'd have to do is cut it up, I think. So an easy way to do it is to cut it up into a bunch of pre-made slices and then make each different slice have its own particle emitter that emits one particle and has one texture, which corresponds to that piece. And then you just make it so that they're all properly positioned so that when you click it, you just hide the sprite and then emit all the particles. That would be the easiest way to do it, but would require quite a bit of setup. You know what? There's something else that I want to do. Well, I have to figure out what to do with this text too. So there's something else I need to do. So let me commit what I have. So let's figure out what to do with the text here. And then there's another cool thing that I want to try, but I don't know if it's going to be possible. We'll have to see. So this text is actually not correct, because I should just be using a normal label instead of a description label. Let's rename some things here. So this is our content container. This is our banner container. Okay. So we got this description label. Make this unique. Testing, yo. How is it going, yo? Testing, yo. Auto wrap word. So let's figure out how to make this text actually look not garbanzo, right? So this is actually a different font than the title font. And I might be able to get away with doing some suggestions that other people had yesterday, which was to give it some kind of like shadow. And this is going to be, I'm sure, frustrating to a degree for all of you as I struggle through this yet again. Yeah, if I can figure out how to make it look engraved, I'm gonna do that. That's a mighty big if, though. Oh, So you might be saying, why am I using two description labels? Well, the reason is because for one of them, I can do a shadow offset in the Y direction and change it to a lighter color, right? I don't even know if that looks any good at all, but and maybe the actual like text color should change. Yeah, maybe the actual text color should change, and then I should use white for this shadow. Question mark? Does that look engraved at all? Well, number one, that's not even very easy to read. This might not work the way that I want it to. Let's duplicate another one. Oh wait, that's not going to work the way that I want it to. What am I doing? Yeah, it does look harder to read. Yeah, I agree. I'm going to play with this though and see if there's a way I can get it to make it not look harder to read. Perhaps is just a downward shadow enough? No. It's like I need another outline on the bottom, you know? Which maybe is possible. Can I add a shader, maybe? Outline. Am I even using this anywhere? Oh, I am. These shader parameters are messed up, yo. Yeah, this is not going to work, is it? Although that's intriguing. I may be able to update my outline shader. Oh, maybe not. Let's turn off the shadow here. Hello, Light. Welcome back. What's up, Broodling? Needs to be an inner shadow. I have no way of setting an inner shadow in Godot, I don't think. I don't have any way of setting an inner shadow. Did the other concept in the letter engraving. I'm trying to do the letter engraving, yeah. Here, I'll show you what the screen looks like. So here's the screen as it exists now. We've got wavy banners. This will look better when there's a purple background. This is just me playing the local scene, but those are the passives. I think it looks really good. It's coming together. Just apparently text is my downfall. Like the red below, now it looks a lot better. Thanks, yeah. Yeah, I got help from the chat to do that, so. How many Steam wishlists did I get? I haven't checked since I released the video. Before I released the video, I had about 100. I've been meaning to check it, but I haven't yet. Part of me is just like, maybe I shouldn't be checking it too often, you know? All right, come on, text. Tell me what I gotta do. Yeah, I just don't think I have a way of doing an inner shadow, which suckaroonies. Why is my freaking input not working? All right. When I click the color picker, it loses input. Passive ingot. Let's go back. That's annoying. Also, why is my shadow not... Okay, something's weird. I'm gonna restart. Classic Godot. Beta. Alright, let's see. How about a shader? Yeah, I might have to resort to a shader. The problem is that I don't know how to do a shader for an inner shadow. Also, my UI is glowing again. Do you see this? What the heck is going on? There's something very wrong. Sorry, we're back on the glow adventure again. Do you see that? Look at my UI, it's glowing. Oh, that's funny. Okay, well, we're not gonna worry about that. Back to the text. I wonder if there's an inner shadow shader for Godot. Sorry, I'm just looking at Godot. There's a Godot shaders website. Here we go. Browse shaders. Is there a way to search? Let's see. Shader types, we want canvas item. Ah, PS1 shader, nice. Is there a way to search? Redacted. That's cool. Woven pipes. Pixel burn shader, that is cool. That is not a canvas item though. I guess my search undid it. Fire shader, dither gradient, oh that's cool. Flexible tune shader. Well, I don't see anything for shadow there, so... So we've got this outline label. Yeah, I don't know how I do an inner shadow. I'm sure I could figure it out, but it would take a long time. And also, I don't know why my... Oh, there we go. Wait a minute. If I give it an outline... Font outline color. Oh, that's promising. Is that promising? Obviously, the colors need to change. Shadow outline size. Okay. Do that for the color. The font color needs to be like the color of the ingot, I think. Okay. And then the shadow color should be something a little bit darker. Getting there. Okay, I think maybe... getting there. Does it need to be reversed? So do I need to make this one purple and this one white? Oh, that doesn't look good. Does not look good at all. Honestly, something just like that might be okay. Let's see what y'all are saying. Check the fragment in an offset. Yeah, but I didn't write my own outline shaders. That's the thing. So I'd have to figure out how to modify the ones that I have. Hello, Lazar. Welcome back. And you darken the current pixel based on the pixel you checked. I only did it in Unity. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think the strategy would be the same. How much will Gunforged cost? I do not know. Under $10 most likely. Is this text in innie or outie? I don't like the way you phrased that. All right, short stuff. Thanks for hanging around. We'll see you in the next one. What's up, Mad Duckling? Welcome. Doing well. How are you doing? Letters look like they are sticking out of the ingot. I mean, I could make them outies. Honestly, like... Why does this outline look super clean? My outlines don't look super clean when I use... Hold on a second. I'm gonna go on a minor detour. Sorry, I gotta go on a minor detour here. I thought I didn't... Okay, yeah, so for some reason... Do I still have a shader on this one? So this pixel text can be outlined real nice. This one... can't. See, it's like somewhat transparent. Wonder if there's something with the font settings. That's bizarre. In any case. Like, should I just do an outline and call it good? Subpixel positioning is selected. Re-import. No anti-aliasing. Maybe that's it. No hinting. Disabled. Ah. None, disabled. Well, that didn't do it. Because I think this font is what's called Skullboy. Unless... yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Okay, anyway. Not going on a detour there. Is this just going to be good enough, do you think? Thanks for asking us. Also excited to see what you're doing. Well, I'm excited to have you here, so welcome. Because of your depth part is on the right, that means anything that is outlined on the right means that it's sticking out. If it's outlined in the opposite way, it means it's ingrained. I see. I might just like do an outline and call it good, honestly. This is taking an obscene amount of time, and I don't even know if I'm going to get it to look great. But here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do here. I'm going to experiment with this just a little bit more here. Does the font color need to be darker? Like, does the font itself need to be dark? What happens if I take this outline color? Nope. Okay, I'll use this as the color for the font again. All right. Does that look better? Is that more like it looks ingrained? Let's go to our reward selection screen. What's breaking here? Oh. Does that look better, or is it better when it's just outlined and then call it good, you know? Also, it looks like I broke my my outline label, so I have to fix that. I mean, that's looking better. I think that's about as good as I can get it, but I might just go with an outline around the whole thing and call it good. All right, Neozoid, thanks for hanging around. See you later. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the executive decision to just outline it and call it good. Okay, so label, description label. So let's see if this actually looks good with the descriptions. All right, that's looking good. Now let's fix my outline label, which broke for some reason. Huh. Do I need to restart Godot because I made a bunch of font changes? So that's a lesson. Don't change things unless you know what they're doing. Okay, now it's broken. Okay. So I wonder if I can just make this work without the shader. Shadow offset X, shadow offset Y. Shadow outline size. There we go. Maybe I don't even need this outline label anymore. I think, yeah, so my font settings must have just been wrong to the point where they're not working now. Yes, like that. Yes. Okay, but now when I'm using an outline label, okay. So bold label is the type variation. So what I should be able to do is reset all of this, go to my alert label, go to my bold label. I should be able to go to my theme now. I probably should create a new one, right? So how do I create... I forgot how to create a new bold outline label. Oh, I forgot how to use this. So I just need a label then. Okay, so the font color. Okay, yeah, so we will basically just want to do the font outline color. Set that to black. My bold label needs a... Wow, these themes are not... Oh, base type. Oh, was I changing the wrong thing? Okay, I think I was changing the wrong thing. Bold outline label needs to extend from the base type of label. Or can I do bold label? Wow. Extend from the base type of bold label. What the heck? Okay, so I gotta set the base type to label, I guess. Why can't I use bold label? I guess the theme type override doesn't work. Okay, so we'll just say it's a label then. Looking good with engraved. All right, yeah, nice. Glad you like it. Hello, Cod the Sea Wing. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back. Just messing with some font stuff here. We don't want to font outline color yet. We'll make that that way. And then what did I do for here? Oh, I think I deleted all those settings. So we want the outline size to be 3. We want the shadow offset, shadow outline size. I think that's fine, actually. Cool. So if I go to my outline label and I say I want this to be a bold outline label. Okay. Yeah, that looks reasonable. Why did that happen? I don't, it just like decided to scrunch up on itself. Do I need to quit Godot again? Lots of Godot crashing and quitting and all that stuff happening. Is my avatar a bit of a play on the Crimson Ghost? I don't know what that is. I basically just went to somebody on Fiverr and said, I want you to paint this. Let me look up the Crimson Ghost. Oh, I see. So it's like a, yeah, I see. Very similar, yeah. But to answer your question, no, it's not. It's not a play on that. Purely coincidental. You know, like those, before movies or video games, they go, any, you know, likeness to real people is purely coincidental. Don't sue us. That's my answer. Also, welcome back, Seema. Kind of looks like it, yeah. I agree. I agree. So now I have to figure out why this is all scrunched up on itself. Did I use the wrong... Oh, I guess I'm just probably using the wrong size. What is my bold label size? Oh, I didn't change my font to blue sky. Is that the one that I'm using? Blue sky? There we go. So actually, I don't need this outline label class anymore. That's cool. So if I go to my passive ingot, so I've got this banner container canvas group. I wonder if I just hide that, add child node label. And then what I'm going to do, I need to go to my theme type variation, bold outline label. And this needs to be all uppercase. Then I can change the font outline color to be that orange. Wow, that's so much nicer. But now I have to figure out how do I make this the full width? I guess that's one way to do it. We'll just make it line up with the edges, and that will be our little guide. Perfect. So this is going to be our title label then. So I no longer need to use that passive or that outline label. That's really nice. Let's see. Perfect. Look at that. Text still looks a little bit weird, but that's all right. Cool. All right, so let's commit that. I guess I'll discard the environment here. Start replacing outline label. Awesome. All right then, well, that is the 3-hour stream. I am very hungry, so I'm going to go grab something to eat. And that'll be it for the stream today. So thank you everyone for tuning in. It was really fun. Thank you for helping me out with all the various stuff that we were doing today as well. If you haven't yet, wishlist Gunforged on Steam. There's a pinned chat message where the link is. It's also in the description. And yeah, thanks again for watching. And I will be streaming again soon and or publishing another video soon. So I will see you all then. All right. Have a good evening, everyone, and bye-bye.